do you think as matchmakers and dating coaches, we're better in dating?
Right. Yes. I would say no.
No. Hi, I'm Patrick Wu, and I'm a transformative coach in the dating field. And today I'm having a conversation with Eliza Miller, the matchmaker. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about dating as well as what it's like going on a date with each other. It's going to get really meta. Enjoy. So I actually knew who you were when we were both working as matchmakers. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, oh, I feel like I should talk to her.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we ever talked.
There was some light mutual social media stalking, I feel like, that happened.
Okay.
And then I did reach out to you. So I saw his profile picture and thought he was cute. And so I reached out, and of course, like, I had a valid reason. I was like, oh, I saw that you screened this person. What did you think about them?
Oh.
And you were like,
I
that was a while ago. I don't remember. And then that was all you said, and I think I responded, haha, okay. And then it died. So here we are.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Two matchmakers, both think from each other's pictures that we're cute. We're in the same field, work for the same company.
Yes.
I actually reach out, try to talk to you. You don't continue the conversation, so I'm like, all right, I guess he's not into it. He's not, like, of course, if he thought I was cute, he would try to continue this conversation.
Yeah.
But he didn't, so I just let it go, and that was our first failure, I think.
I didn't know that.
We do not get it right all the time.
Yeah.
Almost never, in fact, in our own personal lives.
That's so funny, your perspective, because I didn't remember that until right now.
I'm not memorable, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm hearing. He's being smooth right now.
But then we reconnected.
Right, because again, I reached out to you.
But we reconnected nonetheless. We did it.
Are we gonna say how?
So I was trying to matchmake her with someone else of my clients.
All right, stop. You're telling it wrong. What happened was, he posted that you had a friend or a friend/client that you were trying to matchmake, right?
Yeah.
And I'm always out here looking for opportunities, thirsty AF.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on you.
I think thirsty AF is a good way to describe it. Okay.
I try to matchmake myself. I take opportunities, right?
Yeah.
So he was trying to matchmake someone, and I was like, all right, do you want to tell me more about this guy or whatever? And so then you interviewed me.
Yes.
We did a little screening.
And I was being very professional because I was like a professional matchmaker.
You were.
You know, and by the way, I've kind of quit the matchmaking game for the most part. So you're kind of the matchmaker. Except for this one client.
You're more a dating coach.
I'm more like on the dating coaching, confidence, social confidence arena.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Well, I probably need that.
Perfect. This is
I have the confidence, but not the skills, maybe.
I try to matchmake you with my clients, and then after I did that screening, you said something like, "Hey, by the way, are you single at the moment?"
Because I think you're cute.
Because I think you're cute.
Yeah,
and then that caught me off guard. And I was like, actually, I am. But since I set you up with my client, I should probably give him dibs first. I don't think you guys were a match.
No.
Which is why, I was like, well, since he's not a match, I'll be your second option.
The consolation prize?
I'll be the consolation prize.
The point being, last night we went on a date.
Last night we did, So last
the point
night
of that whole story.
So there's a reason why I'm here. I flew to Austin to go on a date with you.
With me. Okay, so we're talking about what happens when two matchmakers or two people that are in, like the dating coaching sphere go on a date together.
Yeah.
Are they better at it than normal people, than non-professionals? The answer is no.
I was going to say the answer might be yes. I would say yes.
Maybe a little bit.
And no. Yeah. So I guess I'll start off my perspective. I kept thinking, Pat, try not to be full of shit right now.
Really?
The whole time, yeah. I was like, I know I can be full of shit sometimes, so I'm going to try not to be full of shit.
Because you thought I would be able to see through it?
Yeah, I thought you were going to see through everything.
Absolutely are right. I would have been able to. So that was a good call.
I was just like, okay, Pat, just try to blast through all the crazy stuff you might do.
Okay.
And just not do those things.
Yeah, you were very normal.
You know? I was trying to be normal. Well, I wasn't trying to be normal. I was trying to stay very present with you the whole time.
Okay. You did great. I didn't know that you were trying to do that.
well, that was my intention.
Okay.
Right? And
he was very charming. He was very funny.
Oh, wow.
He put me at ease. He put our waitress at ease. She was like in love with us. She was lovely.
Was in love with us.
Yeah, it was really fun.
It was
really
fun.
Good energy.
And we talked for a good while on the date. And we actually, see, this is why I say we were pretty good. Because we did some things that you're not supposed to be doing.
That's why I was going to say we were pretty bad.
But that's why I was going to say we were good because we kind of broke the mold of the thing. So there's like levels. There's
I do not agree with you.
You don't agree with me?
No,
okay.
But you go first.
Okay, so I think there are a lot of things that we weren't supposed to talk about on a first date, and we did.
Like politics and dating. What else did we? And we did talk about them, and I told him that we shouldn't.
Yeah.
And
because
I was
I never
correct.
talk about this stuff.
We should not have.
But I was like, why don't we just blow some things up? Anyways.
The disruptor. Yeah.
Okay.
And why are you glad that we did?
I don't know. I just felt like it came out really naturally. That's why.
Yeah.
So I didn't have anything like, so when I go on dates, I don't have anything on my mind at all.
Just empty-headed.
Yeah, well, but before I come to the date, I come completely empty-headed. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to see whatever comes through will come through, and I'll plan nothing.
Okay.
Because I know that if I start planning stuff in my head, I'll get into my head about stuff.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, so I wanted to just like come in, clean slates, and go, let's have a lovely evening. Like, let's see where this will fly to. There was a moment when politics was happening.
Because you brought it up.
Because I brought it up.
I want to very clearly assign the blame.
Yeah, I like that I did a bad job on this, and it's okay.
No. I'm not putting all the blame on you because I did engage in the conversation.
Yeah.
I didn't say what I tell my clients to do, which is, you know what? I really am excited to hear more about this. But right now, I really just want to focus on like you.
Okay, yeah.
As opposed to kind of our beliefs about the outside world, but like getting to know you as a person. Let's focus on that. I didn't do that, so I think I was also in the wrong.
You know what's funny though? I think it might be like the second time or first time in my life ever talking about politics on a first date.
Really?
Actually, maybe the first time I've ever talked about politics ever.
Yeah. And it showed.
Okay, I'm glad you, because I basically know nothing. Okay, so let's go back to, do you think as matchmakers and dating coaches, we're better in dating?
Right. Yes. I would say no.
No. Okay, why? Why do you say that?
A lot of reasons.
Okay.
I think, in a way, yes, we know more and have more experience.
Yeah.
But it's also, I mean, like when you're submerged in this world, it's almost like you kind of know too much. And you can get like too analytical about it. You can get too jaded about it. I feel like myself personally, I am a little jaded about it, to be honest. So I really actually relate to my clients quite a lot, even especially my most difficult clients. I honestly like get where they're coming from and relate a lot to how they feel, and I understand the draw of like wanting to talk about those things that you're not supposed to talk about on a first date. I get it all.
That's so interesting. Because I know that there are rules, but I actually kind of throw out all rules, which is why I say I thought I did good.
We're very different.
Yeah.
I am a little bit more of a rule follower, I think.
Got it.
I think the rules are a good idea. I think they're there for a reason. I think they keep people safe. I think they keep the date on track. And see, like what I'm doing right now is actually breaking a rule. I don't think this isn't maybe necessarily technically a date, but is it? Anyways.
Wait, are we on a date right now? Does this really look really nice?
But I don't think, like you should point out differences or focus on differences. And I think that's one of the reasons why not to talk about politics. Because even if you feel the same way about things, you might behave differently or like react differently to the same feelings or beliefs.
That's true.
And you're meeting this stranger, this strange alien creature. I don't know anything about you, right?
I am an alien.
Yeah, they're so weird to you. So you're really trying to find like common ground and form a connection, which is kind of a challenging thing to do.
Yeah.
And if you point out differences, I don't think that does that. You know, it's just
I'm learning
highlighting
right
like, oh, we're so different. There's such a vast gulf in between us, you know, as opposed to like, oh my God, you like spaghetti. I like spaghetti.
Yeah, like, oh, you like the...
Wow.
You like the... I was trying to think of some kind of spaghetti that you might like, but then I can't remember any spaghetti.
There's only one kind of spaghetti. It's a noodle. Spaghetti is a noodle. Don't be a know-it-all on your dates like me. That is another no-no.
I feel like you are not a know-it-all.
That's very sweet.
Right?
Of you.
Okay, actually, maybe, you know what, I take that back.
Yeah.
I guess you don't really know it all. Breaking the rules.
Always insult your date.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the best advice. Sometimes I'll bring like a mask or two up. You know, like I'll be extra entertaining. And I was trying to like hold back on that. Or like, let me try to like...
I appreciated that.
Yeah, because I can be really entertaining if I want, but I was trying to hold back some of it, you know.
Yeah, you were very boring, and I really enjoyed that. No,
exactly.
No,
I
was impressed with you. I thought you were really funny, but you weren't like trying so hard to be funny. You weren't like, I'm gonna control the conversation through
because I can
humor.
do that. I can do that.
And
that's
I wouldn't have liked that.
That's what I'm saying.
So I was very impressed with both your humor and your ability to like hold back as well.
Thank you. So that's why I felt like we did a pretty good job. Not that like there's like a, did you do good or did you bad? But but that we were kind of like, let's
overall,
like jump into the date.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a shared experience. Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, there we go. So did we do good? I think we did pretty good.
There's debate. There's heated debate about it, but yeah.
One thing that I felt you did really well on the date was that you didn't explode on me for some reason.
What?
I don't know why. I feel like I might have been saying some like, offensive things possibly.
You were so afraid I was going to explode on you.
Yeah, and I thought you were going to, but you didn't.
Let's explain that.
Okay.
This is because when you screened me for your client, I was like, okay, let's talk about politics. I wouldn't talk about it on a date, but it's important that I'm compatible with my match politically.
Yes.
So that's why you already knew that I had strong feelings politically. So you were concerned about like, okay, how do I stay within those lines? If I say something outside of that, is this date gonna implode?
Yes, that's what I was, so I was a little nervous about that.
Yeah.
But I was really kind of like impressed by how you kind of like navigated around all of it.
I was pretty deft.
It's like, like there would be some awkward moments. Well, I mean, not too many, but like there would be like an awkward lull in the energy, and then you'd be able to kind of like shift around it. And I was like really impressed by like how like just because maybe there was an awkward moment, you wouldn't just stay awkward, and that you were able to kind of like navigate out of it.
Okay, and how did I do that? Like, how can you tell our viewers to do that?
To keep moving when things are awkward. So sometimes like when things are awkward, we just talk about the awkward thing to make it even more awkward or weird. Yeah. But you kind of just like continue to move. Okay, why don't we just talk about these other things too? Okay. Yeah. And we kept like the energy moving, which is why I continuously say we had a great date partly because of your ability to weave. You did that too, though. When later we were sitting on the couches and we were getting in like very deep, intense conversation, maybe a little too deep and too intense, and you were like, all right, just like excuse me for a moment, I'm gonna go to the restroom. And that kind of brought like a shift in energy. It let you kind of like get out of your head and help us shift gears so that we could keep moving. We went through like a lot of phases on the date, a lot of different energies. What I like though. That's what I'm saying. Why I like on dates. I feel like when you learn about someone, you kind of, at least for me, I want to see all of this. I want to see like give me like the fun, give me the deep, give me the wild and crazy, give me the inappropriate. That's a lot to ask for on a first date. I wouldn't advise expecting that. But it can be fun to do multiple things, like have an activity and a dinner or something like that. So you can kind of see different aspects. That's true. But I do kind of like all of it still. I'm not going to expect everything, but I always appreciate when someone shares all of them with me. Right. Yeah. So what do you think about that though? Like, do you feel like you should, like, how much should you share on a first date?
Yeah, that's a complicated question.
Yeah, I wanted to like overcomplicate it.
That there's no super clear answer for.
Yeah.
But I do think it's a big issue with dating.
Okay.
I think that opening up too much, getting too vulnerable too fast, oversharing are some of like the biggest turnoffs. I think there are ways to be vulnerable and honest without being like, blah, here's all my baggage.
Oh, yeah.
I completely trust you instantly. You know, like those aren't really healthy behaviors. There is a certain aspect of like it takes time to get to know a person, and it kind of should, I think. I like that we have different views about this. Yeah, that we kind of lean different ways. I think it's interesting.
I think I learned about how different in the way that we would, like even just right now, first doing the video, like even when you said, oh yeah, like we kind of we didn't do as well as regular people. Not that you guys are regular people. I'm just saying, as matchmakers and dating coaches. Okay.
We broke the rules well, I think is a way to explain it.
We broke the, wow. Maybe that's what we should title this. We broke the dating rules well on a first date.
Do not advise. Unless you are an expert, do not break the rules.
Don't try this at home. Try this outside of home. Oh, maybe we can do this. Maybe we can say, is there anything that we could have done better on the date?
Oh no. See, okay, you have a tendency to ask these kind of questions. You asked this a couple times on the date. You were like, what is like the thing you would be most afraid to tell me?
Yes.
And I was like, no, I'm not playing this game. But you want to make your date feel safe and comfortable. I know that you kind of like to push the boundaries a little bit. Not too much. You're not like disrespectful or anything like that. I don't mean that. But you do like to kind of push the envelope a little bit.
I do like to push envelopes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let me stay in the envelope, please. So yeah, I think I said no to that question. There was another question you said like, well, what are your greatest fears? That was okay. That was okay. That definitely is what steered us into that super deep territory. You kind of steered us into waters you couldn't handle. And then you...
Yeah. Well, I throw myself in situations, I'm like, oh, wow. I guess I threw myself here.
Yeah.
You know? So I guess I like to jump in and then see like if there's going to be any explosions. And you're like, okay, I'm going to see where the explosions are and be careful around them maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right, we can play this game, but let's do it for ourselves.
Okay.
Let's not say negative things about each other. What do we think that we could have done better?
I don't think we should play this game, to be honest.
No, you're like, this is a...
See, like,
I played it. It's actually a terrible idea
I played it, then I realized this is not a good game, actually. Okay, this is going to be kind of fun.
Okay.
No, we're not going to do that, too. I keep thinking of things that will, like, implode something.
Why? You know? Why do you want to implode? Let's have a therapy session right now. Another thing not to do on your dates. Don't give your date therapy. This is another bad thing that I do.
Do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of doing it last night.
Oh, you were doing that yesterday.
Asking those really deep, probing questions, which is something I do to deflect from you being able to focus on me.
Yeah, because I like to focus on
a defense mechanism. It's, you know, and I need to be more vulnerable and willing to answer questions about myself. I do think the problem is a little bit that we think we're too smart. Like, we think that we can break these rules and do these things that, you know, in general, people are not advised to do, and I don't think that's actually...
That's true.
I don't think that's actually good. I don't think we are as smart as we think we are. And, you know, I don't think we should have ventured into political territory. I don't think we should have done anything that highlighted the differences or what have you. And it's fine because we know how to, like, bounce back or whatever. But ultimately, yeah, I think there's some general dating wisdom that's there for a reason. And I think sometimes we kind of outsmart ourselves and use this knowledge and power for evil, and sometimes disqualify people. I mean, we're used to like screening people and saying, are they a match, are they not a match? And then we kind of do that with each other on dates, at least I do, so fast, right? And like qualify or disqualify the other person without waiting to see, like, is there an actual connection? Like, do we vibe together? Is this fun? You know? And at least I think that's a mistake that I make sometimes. It's like, I'm going to find out why we're not a match on paper, and then, yeah. Do you relate to that at all or no?
I think maybe we might be disagreeing a little bit on some of the things.
Okay.
Because I still like to play like within the lines, but also outside the lines too. That's a thing. Yeah. So I agree that we could probably not go too far out of the boundaries, which is what I was playing with. But at the same time, also playing inside is
I think
better.
that's good. And I like that we kind of have like different perspectives on it.
Yeah.
Because there is no absolute right way.
Yeah.
You know, there is no ultimate truth when it comes to dating. Certain things work for certain people and not other people.
Yes.
And I think always somewhere middle of the road, somewhere balanced is the ideal place to be. And I kind of like that we're different in those ways too. Like I think that we kind of bring balance to each other and to an interaction. Yeah. So, you know, differences can be really good too.
Yeah, you're right. So there you go, everyone. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for playing. And we're going to continue on with the rest of our day/date/whatever this fun thing is today.
Absolutely.
Thanks again for tuning into this conversation. In the next episode, we're going to be talking about how to navigate around dating during the holidays. So you're not going to want to miss that. So make sure to click on that subscribe button and click on one of these other videos in the meantime.